If your blood sugar is higher in the morning, even when you did everything right yesterday, it's not because of what you ate. It's because of what your body did while you were asleep. And most people have no idea this is happening. Every single morning, it's the same routine. You wake up before coffee, before breakfast, before anything else. You reach for that small device, that quick prick, that tiny drop of blood, and then those few seconds of waiting. And in those few seconds, your mind is already preparing. Did I do okay yesterday? Was dinner too much? Should I have skipped that? And then the number appears, and sometimes it doesn't make sense because yesterday you tried. You really tried. You skipped the bread. You said no to the sweets. You went for that walk. Even when your body felt tired, you made the effort, and yet that number still comes back higher than you expected. And in that moment, something shifts inside you, not just frustration, but confusion. Because it feels like your body isn't listening to you. Like no matter what you do, something is still off. But here's the part nobody tells you. That number you see in the morning is not just about what you ate yesterday. In fact, a lot of the time, it has very little to do with it. What you're actually seeing is the result of what your body was doing while you were completely asleep. And once you understand this, everything starts to make sense. Because now, you stop blaming yourself and you start understanding what's really happening inside your body. And if you've ever felt frustrated looking at that number, like your body just isn't cooperating, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not the only one going through this, not even close. There are millions of people waking up every single morning, doing the exact same thing you're doing right now. Checking, wondering, trying to figure it out. And that feeling, that quiet frustration, that confusion, it's real. But it's also explainable, and more importantly, it's something you can actually start to understand. So let's break it down simply. Every time you eat, your body turns food into glucose. That glucose enters your bloodstream, and then your body releases something called insulin. Think of insulin like a key. Its job is simple. It unlocks your cells so glucose can go inside and be used for energy. When this system works properly, everything stays balanced. Your blood sugar rises a little, then comes back down naturally, clean, efficient, controlled. But over time, something changes. And this is where things get interesting. Your cells, the ones that are supposed to respond to insulin, they start ignoring it. It's like the key is there, but the lock isn't working properly anymore. So your body tries to fix it. It produces more insulin, and more, trying to force those doors open. But eventually, that system starts to struggle. This is what people call insulin resistance. And it's at the center of almost every blood sugar issue. But here's the deeper problem. This isn't just happening when you're awake, it's happening at night too. While you're sleeping, your body is still working. Your liver, in particular, is doing something very important. Think of your liver like an overnight sugar factory. Its job is to release small amounts of glucose into your bloodstream, so your body has energy while you sleep. In a healthy system, this process is controlled, precise, but when things are off, your liver starts releasing too much glucose, too fast, all night long. So by the time you wake up, your blood sugar has already been rising for hours, and it has nothing to do with what you ate. That's why you can do everything right and still wake up to a number that doesn't make sense. Now, this might surprise you because most advice people get is very simple. Eat less sugar, exercise more. And yes, those things matter, but they don't explain this. They don't explain what's happening inside your body when you're not even awake. And that's the missing piece most people never hear about. But that's not the only system involved. There's something else quietly affected by blood sugar over time. Your blood vessels, inside every artery in your body. There's a thin layer of cells. Think of it like a protective lining. This lining controls how blood flows. It keeps things smooth, flexible, efficient. But when blood sugar stays high for too long, this lining gets damaged. It becomes inflamed. And over time, your blood vessels become less flexible, less efficient, and this affects everything: your heart, your kidneys, your eyes, even the nerves in your feet. This is why managing blood sugar isn't just about numbers, it's about protecting your entire system. Now here's where things start to shift in a powerful way, because the food you eat, especially the fats you consume, don't just give you energy, they actually become part of your body. They help build your cells. Your cell membranes, the outer layer of every cell, are made from the fats you eat. And remember those insulin receptors, the ones that act like locks for the key? They sit inside those membranes. So here's the connection most people miss. When your cells are built with the right kinds of fats, those receptors work better. They respond to insulin properly. Glucose moves where it's supposed to go. But when your cells are built from poor quality fats, those receptors don't function the same way. The signal weakens, and blood sugar stays elevated longer than it should. This is happening right now, inside your body. And once you understand this, you start looking at food differently, not just as calories, but as building material. Now, before we go further, and I want to pause for a second, because managing this every day, it's not easy. It's not just physical, it's emotional too. The constant checking, the constant thinking, the quiet pressure of getting it right. And if you've ever felt tired of it, that's completely understandable, because this isn't something most people around you can see, but you feel it every single day. And if that's something you've experienced, just know you're not alone in that feeling. Not at all. Now here's the good part, because once you understand what's happening, you can start supporting your body in a smarter way. Not with complicated routines, not with extreme changes, but with small, consistent choices that actually work with your body. And some of those choices are simpler than most people think, because certain natural oils contain compounds that may support these exact systems, the ones we just talked about: your insulin response, your liver function, your blood vessels. But this is where it gets important. This isn't about quick fixes. It's not about overnight results. This is about consistency, because your body doesn't change in a day. It responds over time. And when you start giving it what it actually needs, things begin to shift slowly but meaningfully. And that's the part most people miss. They look for fast result and overlook the things that actually create long-term change. So as you continue learning about this, I want you to think differently. Not, what can I do today to fix everything? But, what small thing can I do consistently that supports my body over time? Because that's where real progress happens. Now, before we wrap up, I want to ask you something simple. When you check your blood sugar in the morning, what do you usually feel first? Is it frustration, confusion, or just curiosity? Type one word in the comments, because your answer might help someone else realize they're not alone in this.